It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and today we're going to be starting our lettuce seeds indoor. This is going to show you how I start my lettuce. You know what, I'm no gardening guru, but I've kind of learned what works and doesn't, and this system kind of works for me. So I'm going to show you how I start my lettuce indoors. This lettuce is going to be planted into the greenhouse right before I start my main seed start in the middle of March. So it's coming up, and I need to get my lettuce going and get all these plants ready to go for the middle of March-ish. The weather is heating up, so I'm kind of getting excited for spring, and this really looks like spring happening in here. So let's start. Okay, so we're going to be starting our lettuce in these little pots. I hate growing seed starting in little cells because it kind of grows out of the space quickly. You have to transplant them, but for this reason, lettuce, it's not going to be so bad. And in about 3 weeks, they are going to be going in the greenhouse into a bigger spot. So I think this is going to work good. So the first thing we're going to do is get the pots and the seed starting trays. These seed starting trays are, you can reuse them, but you got to make sure you disinfect them. So look at that. That many fit nicely into this seed starting tray. I need to get more of these seed starting trays. They can be expensive, so I want to find the good quality ones. These are like dollar store ones, really light plastic. These are solid. I need to get more of the solid ones because they do last a lot longer. So I got these at the Dollarama. They're $1.25. I don't know if they're the most cost-effective way of getting seed starting cells, but they're easy, and I ran and got some last night because I really needed to get this planted. They're lettuce plants. You don't want them, if you're going to transplant them, you don't want to get them too late, because you kind of stunt them. When they're small and it's like a couple days, you can easily transplant them and they just keep growing. So it's kind of a good thing to get them transplanted quickly. We're gonna put some Pro Mix potting soil inside the cells, and then we can start transplanting them. I find it easier, especially when you're seed starting indoors. You get a wash tub, and then you fill your trays out of that. You make less of a mess. So you start filling them, make sure the soil is broken up. You don't want to pack it down, but you don't want it to settle too much and you have no dirt in the cells. So I kind of go like this. Give it a little bit of a tap there. When you're getting these seed starts out, you want to get underneath it, loosen it up. You don't want to damage the roots. And then you get one of them separated, and there you go. I lay it down, and then I kind of gently push, and then I kind of backfill around the little seed start. And get another one. And keep going. It is time consuming, but it's time consuming to try to plant seeds not too crowded in a bunch of pots. Like, these are very tiny seeds, so it would take a while to actually get them in. Like 1 or 2 seeds in the pot, and then you're gonna have to go around and thin them out. So I have 1 flat of romaine lettuce now. So now I think that's gonna be enough for them. I'm going to backfill some of the seed pots because that one's not sitting up very well. You don't want to fill up any higher than where they came out of the dirt, but I find saplings are a little more tolerant of it than actual full-grown plants. Now we're going to be planting some Grand Rapids lettuce. It looks like black-seeded Simpsons, so it's either a hybrid or whatever. But I've always had great success with this. So if I plant this is really early, you start getting lettuce, and then a little bit later it takes for these. I don't pull off the whole head. I keep taking the outside leaves off as I need it. I feel like I get more out of it over the growing season. And after you start them, the best way I found is to water from underneath. So you fill up, don't fill up the tray, but get it till there's about 1 inch on the bottom of your seed start tray and set it in, and then we'll keep an eye on it. And make sure you put it under a grow light. I am really running out of room. I can't put my other tray under there. I have a grow cabinet downstairs that I got to put a shelf in. So man, it's all time to do all that stuff. Now my cucumbers are getting a bit dry. I need to water them for sure. So we got the romaine lettuce and our Grand Rapids black-seeded Simpson kind of style lettuce up and going. We're going to just keep an eye on the water in the trays. They need a little bit of water, get really rooted. Then we'll just kind of water them a little more, I don't know, sparsely. Lettuce as a whole needs a lot of water, but we don't want to get some sort of root rot. But right at the beginning, they need tons of water. So I'm going to fill up about 1 inch in the bottom of the trays, see if it soaks it up. Then I'll probably put another one just to get it up and running and get the seeds, to give the seed starts the best chance they can possibly do. I got 48 romaine, 48 of the Grand Rapids. That's probably going to be good in the greenhouse because I'm planting my cucumbers, the lettuce, and my tomatoes. I'm only going to have so much room at the very beginning because I'm going to have tables with other seed starts everywhere. So I need to be a little bit strategic in what I do. I don't want to actually have it too full and there's going to be sun that is going to be blocked by my tables. But I think this will be enough lettuce to start off the greenhouse good, and we can have an actually early crop. So I wanted to show you guys how I start lettuce. It's a little tedious transplanting it, but I find it just works so much better. Because if I try to put those little seeds in the pot, it really, really frustrates me. So that's about enough for today, and you guys have a good one.